Hey guys, Dr. Chris here from Acru Health. Happy New Year. Hope you guys had an incredible holiday season with your friends and family. We are so excited for 2022, and this time of year, it's a great time to kind of reassess things that have been working in your life and things that have not been working in your life. And this applies to not only your health, but really all areas of your life. And so one thing we're going to do a little bit different this week for our Lunch and Learn is I'm going to share a really valuable tool and assessment for you guys that we're going to have a printout for you, each and every one of you here at the office all week long this week, that you can grab and do with your significant other or just for yourself ahead this week, okay? So the assessment is called our Level 10 Life, and this is something my wife and I did over the holidays, and it's something that I think can be incredibly powerful. And the basics of this is, as you look, there's a wheel here that essentially has different areas of your life, okay? Your family, your health and fitness, your personal growth and development, your finances, your career, business, your spiritual life, your fun, your friends, your mission, fulfillment, significant other, etc. And basically what you do is you sit down. Obviously, if you are married or have a significant other, this is something that you want to do together. If you are not with, if you're single, then obviously you just do this by yourself and you wouldn't really worry about the significant other part. But basically you want to sit down, you want to fill this out, and you want to rank yourself or give yourself a score out of 10 in each of these different areas, okay? And so you go through, and even if you do it with your significant other, you don't want to fill it out together. You want to maybe sit together, but fill this out individually, separately for 20, 30 minutes. And then come back together and kind of break it down and talk about it, okay? So you'll go through and you're gonna rate it and say, let's say in my family life, how have I been doing this last year? How have you been doing with, maybe goals that you have for your family, the time you're spending together, the activities you're doing together, your level of communication in your family immediately, right? And so you're gonna give yourself a score out of 10, okay? Now here's the caveat. You cannot give yourself a 7 in any of these areas, okay? Because 7 is kind of that average number. You have to give yourself a score between a 1 and a 6 or between an 8 and 10. And obviously if you're in that 8 to 10 range, you're doing a really, really good job. And if you're a 6 or below, there's definitely probably a lot of room for improvement in those areas. And the goal of this is to really just give yourself some honest reflection, take a little bit of time, and really feel how have you been doing in these areas, honestly. And so you're gonna go through it and do all of these around. And then if you are with a significant other, you want to kind of share your different scores and maybe share why you are giving them those things. Maybe what is 1 or 2 different things that you're thinking about that either is something you're really proud of in that area, or what is 1 or 2 things that you definitely are not really proud of or not excited about, and you know that you definitely want to do better at, and maybe you give yourself a little reason why you're giving it the score that it is in that area, okay? And then there's 2 questions here at the bottom that you can either answer on your own or, again, talk this out with your significant other. And the first one says, what does a level 10 life look like in each of these areas? So if in the area of finances, you gave yourself a 6, what does it look like if that area would be a 10? What things need to happen for you to be at a level 10 in those areas, okay? Or in your career, right? If you're at a 5 right now in your career and you're just unhappy that things aren't going how you want them to go, you're not happy with the place you are or the position you're in, what would it look like if you were at a level 10 in your career or in your business? Right? And start to kind of dream into that and maybe make some notes in those different areas what a level 10 would look like for you to give it that score. Okay? And then the last one is, what habits do we need to establish in each of these areas to reach that level? And the most important word in that sentence is habits, right? Because the results that we have in our life are a byproduct of the habits and behaviors that we have every single day. And so if you're really happy about one of these different areas, chances are you have some really good habits that are leading to that outcome. If you aren't very happy about where you are in that area, chances are you aren't having some very good or healthy habits that are leading to the results you want. And so asking yourself, what are the habits that you need to change? So for me and for my wife, we went around these different things, and my encouragement would be not to make a bunch of things, maybe make 1 or 2 habit changes or goals that you want to put into these different areas. And then if you write a goal, write the habit along with that needs to happen to help you reach that goal, okay? So don't just put a goal, because if you don't have any action steps behind it, chances are you're not going to be very successful, okay? So we're going to have these in the office this whole week at the adjusting tables. We're going to be telling you guys to grab these. It's an incredibly valuable tool that if you take 30 minutes to an hour to sit down and do this either by yourself, or like I said, if you have a significant other, doing it with them, this can be an absolute game changer for you to make 2022 a better year than 2021. And I think that this can be a game changer for you. So grab one of these, and then what I'm going to be doing with my wife, just as a little kind of additional tidbit, is once a month we're going to do a check-in in these areas and see how are we doing in those goals and in those habits. And then every 90 days, so at the end of March, at the end of the first quarter of this year, we're going to fill this whole thing out again and check back in and say, how are we doing? Are we moving these different areas towards a greater level, or are we moving backwards, or are they stagnant, right? And hopefully not those last two, but you have to have that ability to check back in, or else it's just going to go in a drawer somewhere. You're never going to think about it again, and you're going to be feeling the same levels of frustration maybe in certain areas that you were this next year, that you did this past year. So when you're in the office today or this week, grab one of these from us. Go ahead and, if you need multiple ones for your family or for your kids, we'll provide as many as you need, but this is a great tool to help you start 2022 on the right foot. Again, Dr. Chris here. Have a great start to your week and a great start to your year. We are so excited for what this year has in store for you guys. Can't wait to see you guys soon. Thanks.